Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. This is your boy Mass Sex with some more Fallout 76. I want to start off by wishing everybody a very Merry Christmas, and I hope you all have been staying safe out there. In this video, I will be doing a build showcase. I will be showing off a Bloodied Stealth Heavy Gunner, along with the perks, some weapons, and also we'll be doing some gameplay, running the daily ops, and kind of, just running around, destroying things and killing things. But before I get started, I want to go ahead and say thank you to everybody that's been supportive of the channel. I wouldn't have been able to hit 150 subscribers without any of y'all. We hit that this week, and that was my end of the year goal. And I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been supportive and has subscribed. And it's just, you guys rock. I wouldn't have been able to do this without you. And I just want to say thank you for that. Also, if you look at the link up top, there should be a video popping up here. If you guys can go ahead and watch that at your convenience. Also in the links below, you should look in the descriptions. There's a bunch of other links for a playlist and also a donation link if you guys feel generous. I would be very much appreciative if you guys go ahead and kind of click on that and check it out. But without further ado, I want to go ahead and get started. Hope you guys enjoy this video. I'll catch you guys in a bit. You guys can see I'm running with my heavy gunner here, all BOS'd out. And let me show off the perks just so you guys can see what I'm running with. Strength is at 12 with Traveling Pharmacy. Maxed out just because we're carrying a ton of chems, and they do end up weighing a lot once you start carrying a bunch of them. Master Heavy Gunner, and Expert Heavy Gunner all rank 1 just to give us that extra little bit of damage. Lock and Load to increase our DPS because we're reloading a lot faster. That means we can just hit a lot more. Blocker, we're taking 45% damage from melee attacks. We do get bomb rush a lot, especially in the daily ops. Not when we're running around just because we're so sneaky, but it helps negate some of that attack. Perception, not really that important when you're in a heavy gunner, or especially with a flamer because you're free aiming a lot. But if you do need to target a specific limb, concentrate fire is always a plus. And green thumb is here just because I'm always picking up flora and vegetables and all that good stuff, and I'm too lazy to take it off. Endurance is at 3 with fireproof. We're taking 45% less damage from explosions and flame attacks. Flame does kind of linger a bit, especially when you're nice and squishy, and explosions do hurt. With this, you can take a blast and take some flame damage as well without getting really hurt. Charisma is at 7. We have inspirational, strange in numbers. Because we're always on a team, these two are important. One of them it gives you 25% more on your mutations, and the other one gives you 15% more experience. So they're pretty self-explanatory here. Tenderizer is possibly one of the best damage perks because it does stack a lot. So you're doing 10% more damage, and that's multiplied, not additive, like these three right here. And then in intelligence we have 14. We have Nerd Rage at 3. Leading the pack, just because it's one of the best perks for a bloody build. 3 in batteries included, so we don't feel the weight so much of the energy that ammo that we're using. 1 in scrapper, it's here just in case we need to scrap some stuff and get more components. Not a bad thing to have, just to have it on there. And then 5 in gunsmith, very important when you're using flamers. They break very fast, and this one kind of helps negate that, so it's always good to have it on there. Agility is at 12. We have 3 in Action Girl to recover or regenerate our action points a lot faster. It's amazing. 3 in Covert Op. When we're sneaking, this thing does 2.5 times more damage, and it also stacks with Sneak just because it helps us stay in that sneak stage a lot more without being detected. Escape Artist also helps. All we have to do is just sneak and we lose enemies. Works very good when you have them. They can either be in the danger or caution zone, and once you just kind of crouch down and you start to sneak, you kind of it lowers their detection range, so it keeps you sneaking very well. Adrenaline's there, one of the pretty good damage perk. It stacks as you kill enemies up to a 36% damage increase, so we're gonna be kicking some ass here. And then Luck at 14, again with a Bloody Mess. 15% more just basic damage, just raw damage to anything. So this thing stacks really well. Serendipity, because we are a bloody build, our health is always below 30%. We're avoiding a lot of damage because of this thing. See, Class Freak is there because we are mutated, and that's going to negate a lot of the negative effects of them. Starch Gene's also there because we're mutated. We don't want to use a rat away and have them go away. And then Good with Salt is there just because I am carrying some food and I would not like it to spoil. Lasts a lot longer. Some alternatives here. You can go with One Gun Army to help you stagger and cripple limbs. Not necessary with the smaller enemies. The bigger enemies, this might be more helpful with, just because it helps you stagger them a lot faster. But you can do that just by staying sneak, then kind of just attacking them. It's hard for them to detect you. Ricochet is also very good. I explained it in the vampire build, or at least the vampire gun build. This thing is very good. If you have a vampire weapon, you're just recovering your health slowly. Very good build. So for the legendary perks, I have agility, intelligence. Agility at 2 stars. It's supposed to be at 5. Eventually it'll get there. Legendary intelligence also will be at 5. Perception's there, just because it's there. I didn't really have anything else to throw in here. Follow through. We are being sneaky, and this is going to help out a lot. It stacks very well with the other perks. Legendary strength. We're trying to get this up to 15, just so we can max out our strength. And Master Infiltrator, just so we don't get stuck outside and we can pick any lock we want. So that's enough for the legendary perks and perk cards. Now let's go to the sweet and juicy weapons. We have a Bloody Flamer with 50% limb damage and 25% less fast action points cost. We don't use this in VATS really, unless we're trying to target something or see where it is. But this thing just does amazing freaking work. It does short work of a lot of enemies. You see the damage on it is flame damage at 195. Now, there's a lot of things that are resistant to flame, but this still tears them up. I'm running the napalm tank, the long barrel, the huge propellant tank, the standard nozzle, which is very important. If you're running the vaporizing nozzle or any other nozzle, it really lowers your range to the point where you have to be right next to the enemy. And just for kicks, I'm running the fireman paint on it. I like the way this looks. Also have a camera here just in case we need to take some pictures. Shovel for the hell of it. There's a daily mission that you have to use for a shovel, so I have that here just in case, so I don't have to go looking for one. I'm also running a Furious Flamer with 10% damage while aiming and 25% less VATS action point cost. Like I said, we don't really use VATS when we're using this build a lot. You can see the damage is potentially a lot lower than the actual Bloody Flamer. You can see the standard, it would be a 141, but because we do have the bloodied and the adrenal reaction, it jumps up almost 54 points, so it's doing pretty good. Another flamer I have is also a Vampire Flamer. This is very good. We're going to use this one in the daily ops just to keep ourselves alive since we're not in power armor. This one also has 50% limb damage and 25%. It's the same as the bloodied. It's just a vampire's effect instead of a bloodied effect. So we're going to use this one to start off the game, and then we're just going to go off and just destroy things with a bloodied flamer. I also have a quad cryolator here, just for giggles. We're going to freeze things here. We're going to test this out against the Behemoth whenever we get a chance to take one on. Just to freeze it in place. It does have the quad ammo capacity legendary effect, and the only other thing it does is 50% limb damage, so I'm crippling things as much as I can. And as far as armor goes, I have an unyielding set of combat armor. The only main thing you have to do here, and most of these are 2-star, I have 2 that are 1-star. Like I said, this one right here is only giving us +1 endurance, +1 perception, and +1 strength. So they're not crazy as far as what the gear is. As long as it's unyielding and you can shadow it, that'll give you the best sneak possible. I have the large backpack, which is just a regular one. I haven't got any mods for it yet. Obviously my excavator's right here. I love that thing. And just for looks, I have the Brotherhood Spec Ops suit and the BOS, the Recon helmet. Actually, I got that unlocked. If you guys can see it here, looks pretty freaking dope, and it looks like we are one of those stealthy move in the stealthy moods here. So we're gonna go around and start destroying stuff. Alright, so before I start off, I forgot to show you guys the actual mutations I'm running. I'm running Adrenal Reaction, Bird Bones, Egghead, Empath, Healing Factor, Herbivore, Herd Mentality, Marsupial, Scaly Skin, and Speed Demon. These are all possibly the most effective ones on something that's not a melee build. So we're gonna go and get started with this daily op. You can see that all the enemies up there are running already. So let's pop in our, where is it? Vampire's Flamer. Before we do that, I was gotta switch out lock and load. For some reason it's like kind of bugged.
We got uplinks that have gone dark. Get them operational.
Alright, let's start this off and we'll go toe to toe with some of these enemies.
Get to the signal repeater ASAP. Repair it first before finding those uplinks. And that is ASAP. So hustle.
Oh, I got that in the power armor, you can take me. Yeah, so in this case, we're having Serendipity and Ricochet equipped just so we can avoid a ton of this damage. You can see we're still kind of just running through these guys like it's nothing. Alright, we're gonna get the second one going now.
Calibration on the second uplink initiated. It's about to get a little dicier in there. Don't let up!
Alright, like you guys can see, I'm just sitting here just taking shots, I'm dealing damage, I'm just freaking taking them to town right here. I mean, this isn't even the bloodied one, this is the vampire one, just to keep us alive in the daily ops because we can't sneak in here. So that's going to keep us going for a little bit. Let's try to get the big boss out now, because I want to show it off against the boss. These little enemies are nothing compared to that big freaking thing. And in this case, we have the Blood Eagles, so they're not that crazy. Let's go. So there it is. Let's take him off from this side first. This guy's dead. Where's the next one? Here. Why is he hiding? Why is he hiding? You're taking away my time there, man. Time is money. In this case, it's a lot of time. There. You see, they're shooting us, but I mean, the damage they're doing is minimal. Take these three out right here. You're out. You're out. And the good thing about this is you can actually sweep the flame across, and you still hit him.
I'm picking up a priority.
Where's the main guy at?
Your mission is to eliminate him at all costs.
That guy. Where's this dude? Where's this dude? He's on this side. Okay, let's take him out. Alright, you up there, man. It's down here. We're gonna go toe to toe with this guy and just burn his face. Done. Done. That was done. Took care of this guy without even getting scratched. Man, that was insanity. Alright, so I'm gonna get rid of the little nuisances that are still here, and then I'll meet you guys in a bit to see what we got as a reward. There you are. So that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Did it in 737. We unlocked Elder Rank. Let's see what we get. And our main reward is a Super Mutant Tube. Oh, cool. We got a tube. Alright, nice. Alright, so we put our perks back on after that daily op. And you saw what we got. We got the Super Mutant Tube. That thing looks pretty weird. I haven't put it up yet, but it's on my list here. But so we took care of the daily ops. Now we're going to switch back to our bloodied Flamer, just because we're going to show off what this build can really do. And we're going to... Alright, so we're in Huntersville. Let's go ahead and see if we can hunt these bastards down. There's one up there, I see him already. And there's the big old hound dog. And the mutant, there he goes. Alright, so let's see how sneaky we can really be. He just took him out. Alright, let's go and take out this guy over here. Yeah, see, that's not so bad. I mean, he still didn't even see us. So the reason I'm using the flamer, it's actually one of the quietest weapons in the game. And as far as heavy guns go, it's the only heavy gun that you can use that isn't loud. Everything else just makes a ton of noise. We're just gonna go and blast him in the face, blast him in the face, and blast him in the face. And we leveled up. Yay! Like I said, this is one of the weapons that you can sweep it and it'll still be doing damage as it's just kind of letting it loose. So that guy's dead, and that guy's dead. And it actually hits through enemies too, so you can take 2 enemies out at once, like I just did so. So this is good when you need something to go through an enemy to hit another one right in front of it. You can take out 2 at once. Not a bad idea to have equipped if you're trying to be sneaky and you want to use heavy guns. You can see that damage it was doing in the head damage was doing 211, so that's not so bad actually. Yep, dead. So against mutants are very resistant to flame damage, and before they did the last update, this flamer damage used to be actually energy damage. So flamers were insanely overpowered. They got nerfed just like everything else did. Even more nerfed now with the addition of flame and kind of poison and freezing damage. So I mean, it's to your discretion. You guys can use it if you want, but what I am going to do is I'm also going to show off the Cryolator, just so I can show what freezing damage does now. We are sneaking. You see the little glow sight right there. Looks kind of cool. But because it's being a heavy weapon, we don't really need to use that much, so we'll see what it does. I mean, you see 38 damage, but the rate of fire on this thing is ridiculous. So see what the Cryolator can do. You saw what the Flamer can do. They're both stealthy weapons, and this thing reloads so much faster than the Flamer as well. Alright, so you saw what that can do. Now we're going to go and take on the Behemoth, and like I said, I'm going to use the Cryolator for that sucker. So there's our big Behemoth boy. Alright, let's see if we can wake his ass up. Oh, wake up. There you go. So you can do a couple things. Let's start freezing him. You can see we're doing a ton of damage to this sucker. Didn't even get to us. So out of 100 rounds, that took roughly 33 to take it down. Not so bad, actually. If you really look at it, that's a Behemoth, by the way. Let's go and try to take on a Scorchbeast now. Let's go to our favorite spot. Oh yeah, fish of sight. There he is. I don't know if we can reach it though with this thing. We do have a Santa one though. Boom. That thing did not stand a chance. Ooh, a bloodied pool cue. Very nice. I mean, well, we have some enemies we can kind of deal with here. I mean, we took care of these things like it was nothing. Oh, what's this? We took care of the Mirelurk King like it was nothing, man. And Mirelurk don't stand a chance. Gotta get this thing to get close to us, because we're taking rats here. I don't want to be taking rats. There it goes. Alright, now it's touching down. Burn, bitch. I mean, there you go. There you go. There you go. That took care of a Scorchbeast right there. Took a little longer because the sucker wouldn't come down. So the reach for the Flamer is not that great, but once these things touch ground, I mean, they're done. So there's a couple things that we're going to try, and we're going to try to go up against this big old ugly thing right here. I think she can see us though, so make sure we have a full loaded barrel here. Let's let her rip. She's spewing her crap around, so that's going to hurt. It's going to give that. So she still can't see us. This is a good thing. That's how sneaky we freaking are. We just got to get around her and get around all that poison before it kills us. I mean, this is... we're so sneaky. There you go. She's dead. And we're almost there too. Alright, so... she couldn't see us. Alright, so that's part of... that's how sneaky we are. Alright, so that's I mean, I don't know what else to say. We took down a Scorchbeast, we took down the Behemoth, we took down a Mirelurk Queen, and she couldn't even see us the entire time. We were just kind of whacking her. She was just spraying her crap everywhere. Yeah, so that's pretty much the build there. You guys can go ahead and give this one a shot as well. You saw how sneaky we were with all these other baddies. The Scorchbeast didn't even know we were there. It just came down to see what was going on, and we just wrecked it. The Behemoth didn't stand a chance, and that was the Cryolator, which does a lot less damage, but it was just tearing right through it. The Super Mutants didn't stand a chance. The Mirelurk Queen didn't even know where we were. She was just spraying her poison everywhere. That's the only thing we had to kind of keep an eye on our health for. And I mean, you saw the Scorched at the same time. They didn't stand a chance. Blood Eagles didn't stand a chance in the daily ops. And you guys can go ahead and try this build for yourselves. Just remember to keep an eye on that health bar because you are a bloody build. If you have a vampire's weapon, just remember to equip that ricochet perk along with the serendipity, so you negate a lot of damage coming your way. But aside from that, I mean, you guys can go ahead and give this a shot. And like I said earlier in the beginning of the video, I just want to say thank you to everybody again. I appreciate your support. If you made it this far, go ahead and check the links as well in the description. The donation link is there too. I appreciate your support if you guys feel generous. And also all the other playlists that are on there. Go ahead and check them out. Really appreciate all the support going forward. And everybody have a happy 2021. I hope you are staying safe as well. Thank you guys so much, and nothing but love for you guys.